Every time a person hears about multiplayer games, the assumption is just that 2 or 4 friends are competing against each other, or like many games today, playing online against each other. But let's never forget something. A type of multiplayer or a type of game style that has become rare. You used to go to your friend's house not just to beat him in Smash and Mario Kart or whatever you're playing, but to play together and actually beat a game together. I know, I'm talking blasphemy, but hear me out. Way back when, developers used to care for something called cooperative games or co-op games. I'm here to show you the 10 best co-op games that I personally have played. If you've got a younger brother, older brother, or some AI trying to pretend he's a human and learning how to play second player, this is the perfect list for you. Leading off on the list is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4: Turtles in Time. Now, I played this game first on the Super Nintendo, but this game is one of my favorite games hands down. This classic arcade side-scrolling beat-em-up is the kind of multiplayer you still dream about. For picking as one of the turtles, I chose Michelangelo. Apparently he's the worst, because with each respective weapon, there's range between them. Whatever, you team up to stop Shredder from ruling the future by changing the past. Classic moves such as throwing enemies towards the screen, jump kicking, sliding, double thwacking them everywhere, obviously make their way in. What really makes it memorable is the sewer surfing, fight over who gets the slice of the pizza pie to heal yourself up, and just ultimately working together to beat each boss really makes the game a blast for 2 to 4 players. Next on the list, we have Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. I have to tell you guys, this game is probably the most fun, yet most stress-inducing game on this list. I've played it about 2 years ago. It still feels like I played it last week. And something about downloading a bomb defusing manual, punching 3 holes, and then stapling it all together and putting it into a binder so I could learn Morse code and Venn diagram really is impactful, It just makes the game unforgettable. Keep Talking is a unique bomb-solving puzzle game where it feels like a board game almost, like a tabletop game made as a video game, but brings just as much fun or maybe even more fun, less salt, and just as much satisfaction winning as it does sweating when the timer gets to 10 seconds. You're encouraged to pretend that you can't see the bomb and you have the manual, or vice versa, and that's what really makes the game cool, is really the way you take the game, the way you present, you play with someone else. As long as you're kind of not cheating and making it very easy, you really get that really fun co-op experience, and nothing feels better than when you defuse a bomb together. Number 3, Goof Troop. A Disney game? Especially Goof Troop? Well, Goof Troop may not be difficult or a long game, but it sure is heck fun, Maxie. Goof Troop is literally a simple and short game, but with complex puzzles. So I don't know to say if it's a simple or a complex game, but it definitely is a fun game. If you look at the game or you play it solo, you will not get the same experience as it is when you're playing co-op. Something about, solving the puzzles together, fighting enemies, and screwing over the second player so he could carry the wood plank while you carry the hook shot really is something that has to be experienced more than played. Next on the list, we have Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead is a fantastic game. The co-op just brings the fun and replay value through the roof. Each move, each level, you have to be cautious. You can't fire bad gunshots, you can't go too far ahead, and really importantly, most importantly, you can't waste health packs. It's the type of game where working together is important. Obviously, it's a zombie survivor series, but as you play, you realize it's harder to do things solo. It's harder to fight enemies by yourself, and you're risking the whole party, not just yourself, when you do things on your own. And I think that sense of cooperation really brings Left 4 Dead to a high tier of a co-op game. Next on the list, we have Halo. Halo is a bit strange being on this list, but it's a series that means a lot to me and obviously to a lot of people. Basically, 3 game experiences in one. You get the campaign, you get the multiplayer, and then you get the cooperative gameplay. Now, what makes Halo co-op so cool is you get that real feeling where it's just you and your partner, your other chief, the Arbiter, against the world. It's so cool in that sense where you're not just a color skin of Master Chief. Well, the first game we were cloning him, but you're the Arbiter. It makes you feel like you belong in this level, in this game, in this world. So you're not just playing as a clone. You even start off with different guns. But there's so many strategies you could take in the single player. You can, speed run through it. You could pacifist through it. One long range, one short range, run and gun. The campaign's just super well made and a great epic adventure. The other cool thing about Halo, it also makes the campaign really fun, is when you get to those vehicle portions, and sometimes there's only one vehicle, like the Warthog, and one of you guys has to drive and the other guy has the gun. Those are always the most epic moments of the Halo campaign when you're doing co-op. The other cool thing about Halo is you're allowed to play multiplayer online together with split screen. So, you know, obviously you'd be, hey, I'm Jimbo, and then your brother or your second player would be Jimbo 1, but your sibling, excuse me. And it's just, you know, a completely different style of game, and it's very fun to play. Like, to play against live people with a person next to you, it's always a great experience. Next on my list, we have Gunstar Heroes. Gunstar Heroes is not only one of my first cooperative multiplayer games, but also one of my most memorable ones. Gunstar Heroes is a 2D run-and gun side-scroller where you can combine 4 different types of weapons. You have melee attacks, you can jump around, it's got a bit of platforming sections. What makes it super unique and memorable was really its frantic gameplay, hilarious enemies, and tough bosses. The game can throw like 15 enemies at you at the same time, and while one player's fighting another, you know, horde, and you're fighting the other half of the enemy, it always feels like you guys are playing your own game, but the overall goal is the same, and that's what really makes the game special. It just requires a lot of teamwork and precision while managing to be so hectic. Next on my list is Diablo 2. Diablo 2 was my first real computer game that I played that wasn't educational. My older brother would take me to internet cafes with other people around my block, and we would just grind Diablo 2 for hours. Now, the reason why I say it's one of the ultimate co-op experiences is not just that you're questing together. It's you level together, you raid together, you help out each other. It always felt like you needed a teammate. Even if you were like max levels or something, like max stats or something, it always felt like you needed a teammate if you're gonna go raid a dungeon, or if you're gonna make a new character, somebody makes a new account, you'd always stash items for your friends, give them good stuff, and it really was, you weren't just playing a game. It felt like you were experiencing the game together, and it really felt like you were in a guild per se. I think that's a great feeling for any type of cooperative game. Next on the list is Overwatch. What? Overwatch? I thought this was supposed to be a co-op list. While co-op doesn't always necessarily mean couch co-op, that does not take away that Overwatch is probably the best multiplayer game that's been out for the last 3 years. Overwatch's co-op gameplay honestly feels like an entirely different game and just a different experience versus solo grinding or playing ranked. I've met so many people through Overwatch, friends, I've made friends through Overwatch and future friends possibly. It's a bonding experience. The idea of sharing hype for new character releases, doing events together, grinding costumes, or just playing ranked together and having fun while winning is the most modern experience of co-op gameplay you can get to this day, and I do recommend everybody. Next on my list, Toe Jam and Earl. Toe Jam and Earl is definitely the weakest game on this list. I don't know if I was going to include it. It was a really tough choice between this and Snipper Clippers, but with Toe Jam and Earl, I had more memories than Snipper Clippers. Snipper Clippers I only played for like an hour with a friend, and while it is unique and it's got a special special kind of bond, Toe Jam and Earl is that really janky niche kind of game that you're like, I don't know what this is. You kind of just find it at random people's houses, or some people know about it, and you get some weird 90s hip-hop game where you're just trying to collect alien pieces and you level up from nerd to dude. Yeah, it's the most 90s thing ever, but what makes it really cool is just that it's dumb. It's something you could just play and be like, all right, you just play to have fun. And from getting powers like the super kicks to throwing tomatoes to Rose Bush to fighting evil Santas and bounce button devil, I really find this a weird but joyful experience that people should check out. In fact, it even got a remake to this day. Came out last year. Last on my list is Rayman Origins / Legends. Like, when I reviewed Rayman Origins way back when, and I gave that game a 9.7. And I also did the same for Rayman Legends, and I gave that a 9.5. Both games I played completely with my sibling, and I gotta tell you, even if you're not a Rayman fan, you gotta play this game. Like, it's not just for diehard Rayman fans, and it's not just for diehard platform lovers. What stood out to me about Rayman Origins at the time was that it was the only 2D multiplayer platformer at the time. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was weak and really didn't portray platforming correctly. It just felt hectic and, kind of all around. Rayman Origins, it's a perfect blend of teamwork with a little bit of individual competition. To advance in levels, we shared lummoxes, we bounced off each other to save each other. The game has just enough speed so it really feels like you're playing by yourself and doing your own platforming technique, while also, you know, working together to finish and get to the end goal. Rayman Origins is a fantastic game no matter what way you look at it, and it's on every system ever. Rayman Origins and Legend. You should give it a try. Definitely check it out and play it solo or, you know, with somebody, and you'll realize how great of a game it is. Little bonus one I wanted to include, guys. I know this is a little bit past the video, but a little number bonus is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Now, yes, it is a single-player game, but if you ever play Sonic 3 or Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you get to play as with Tails, and if you plug in the second controller port, that player could be Tails. Tails is the perfect second-player character. It seemed like Sega knew that younger brothers would watch older brothers play this game, and Tails doesn't use any lives. He can fly and carry Sonic to places that you missed. He's just as fast, and you can make him do all the work while you sit back and relax, and he destroys Dr. Robotnik. I mean, that's not what I did, or is it? But it was a very cool inclusion by Sega, which actually you could also do in Sonic Adventure 1. It's great. You could both enjoy the game together. A game that's meant to be played single player. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys if you made it this far. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you guys want to, we're gonna be out with a little bit more stuff like this. You know, we have the Super Mario Sunshine series coming out. If I miss any games you guys really love, I know I was gonna include an honorable mentions list. I'll just throw out the names now. It was Battletoads, A Way Out, and I also had Rainbow Six Vegas, which is kind of a weird game to have in it, but I had a really good time doing Terrorist Hunt in the campaign with a great friend of mine. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you.